What's up folks, SteelSeries here. Welcome by a new series on the channel. Most of you will know Catan the board game. Now we have a Catan console edition. We'll be playing that today. I will explain along the way what I'm doing, what's the point, and what is happening on screen. Most important thing to know is that the first person who gets 10 victory points is the winner of the game. You get those points by building cities, settlements, cities, having the longest road and the biggest army. And development cards. To build things, you need resources, lots and lots of resources, and we'll show what we have. We have lumber, we have brick. Those two combined can build roads. We have wool and grain and ore. Grain and ore is to build cities, and then we have the development cards. The buildings are a victory point by default. We have a knight, which means you can move the robber, get a resource card. Year of Plenty, 2 resource cards from the bank. Monopoly, if you want all the grain, play that card and you get all the grain. Doesn't have to be grain. And the last one is play that card and you can build 2 roads instantly. The game starts off by having everyone place 2 settlements and 2 roads. The last settlement is very important because where you place that, you get the resources of those cards where you place it. So be smart about that. Beginning of the game, it's very important to have lumber and brick so you can build roads. There need to be 2 roads between each settlement, and each settlement can be turned into a city. The settlement is 1 point, the roads are no points. But cities are 2 points, but if you turn a settlement into a city, you only gain 1 point, because this settlement gets erased, and then you get 2 points for the city. So, basically you get just 1 point for it. There's a lot of trading in this game. It's a lot about trading, and you can trade with the people, the people you play against. We're playing against Hilda, who is in orange, Thorolf, who is in white, and Gregor, who is in blue. We can always do that. If you have 4 resources of one kind, let's say you have 4 sheep, you can always trade those with the bank for one other resource, whatever you want. You can also have maritime trading. As you can see at the bottom right, 2 grain for 1 resource of your choice. You also have 2 for 1 with lumber, 2 for 1 with brick, with sheep, with the ore, and you have also the 3 for 1 with the question mark, which means 3 resources of the same thing, so 3 bricks or 3 ore, whatever you want, as long as you have 3 for it, and you can pick 1 resource in return for it. But you must have at least a settlement at that dock, so you can use it. Trading with the bank, 4 resources for 1, that's always possible. You can do that. You don't need to build anything for that. That's always an option. But the other ones, the ones you see on the screen, on the board, you have to have at least a settlement right there. You will see a hell of a lot of trading because that's the best way to get stuff you don't have. Well, this is my very first game, and it's not a good game. My placement is very bad. As you can see, I'm yellow. I am not in the best spot. I have very low numbers. I have a 3 and a 12. And at the 12 you can see with the brick, there's just 1 dot on it. Every number has a dot, and that shows you how big of a chance you have for that number to be rolled. 12 is just 1 dot, so it's a very, very low chance it's gonna get rolled. So it's hard to get that resource. 6 and 8 are in red. Those cards have the most dots, which means it's a very high chance that those are getting rolled. 5 is always a good one as well. 9 is always good. Those resources. If you can get the tiles there, your settlements there, that is very good. Alright, let's focus on the game, what's happening. We already have quite a lot of points. Well, you start off with 2 settlements and 2 roads, so the 2 settlements is already 2 points. Thorolf already has 3. He's moving the robber. If you roll a 7, as you can see, 7 is not on the board, but 7 always moves the robber. And it's now placed on my number 8, which means if someone rolls an 8, I do not get those resources. In this case, I do not get my wool, which can be very annoying. The only way to make the robber move is roll a 7 yourself or someone else so that it has to be moved. Or play the Night Guard, which is one of the development cards. You will see that later on in the game. If you play a Night Guard, you can move the robber to any place you want and take a resource from the tile from that person. So the robber can be very annoying. It also means if you roll a 7, you are forced to move the robber and you cannot build or anything. You do have the option to trade, but you cannot build anything. So it's not fun when you roll a 7. Alright. As you can see, I'm trading here. I give 1 lumber for 1 ore, and Thorolf says, yes, I'll do it. They can also decline, of course. They can also make a counter offer. I haven't done that yet, though. But there's a lot of it's mostly about trading. Because you need the resources to build. And get declined again. I prefer to trade, do the maritime trading. Although it's more expensive, but I mean, if I trade with my opponents, I can make them better. I don't want to do that. Thorolf wishes to trade. And you see me along the further on the movie, the video goes, the more you see me really quickly skipping those trades. Because now I'm still learning the game, but you catch them quickly. I've played the board game a lot, but it's been a long time, so I had to get back into it. And as you can see here, you don't really see dice all that often if it gets rolled in the lumber tiles. It's hard to see, but at least you see what you have rolled right there. Oh, another thing, if the 7 gets rolled and you have 7 or more cards, you need to discard 4 cards out of your pile, which is every player has to do that, which is also very annoying. But it's all part of the game. So by now I have 3 developing victory points already. Hilda has 2 and does some trading with Gregor. Thorolf has 3 and Gregor has 2. So whoever reaches 10 first is the winner of the game. I'm not gonna explain in every detail what is happening on the screen. I mean, you can see it, you can see what's happening. But I will point out new things, or when I'm too quiet too long, I will just mention something. Ah, another 7. At least it frees up my spot. 8 is free, and it's going to someone else's 6. And I am not even close to being there. So now when there's an 8 on the board, I get my wool, which is good. Do some more time trading 4 grain for, what did he do? Brick. And I roll a 10, if I see that correctly. Which is useless to me. I do not get any resources. Everybody else gets something, but I don't. I am gonna build a road. If you have 5 roads connected, you get the longest road card. That will give you 2 victory points. If someone gets the longest road with building a 6th connection road, they get 2 points. You lose them and the other person gets them. So that's a good thing to keep in mind as well. That can tip you over the edge, or someone else. You can also get a victory point, or 2 victory points, by having the biggest army, which means you have to play 3 night cards in one game. I haven't seen that happening yet, but another way to gain victory points. Maritime trading 3 for 1. Always a good one. Especially since I have 2 settlements on my number 8. If I turn them into cities, if for a settlement you get 1 production card. So 1 wool, if I turn it into a settlement, you get 2 for it. And there I get the longest road. I have 5 connection roads all the way on the left right there. So those points are added to my total, which brings me to 5. 5 more to go and I get the win. Time will tell if I get there though. Ooh, that was almost a 7. It's a 10 for Thorolf. What's he gonna do? Oh, they all get resources except me. I am really in a bad spot with the numbers. I did not place my settlements right in the beginning. Nice trade. That's always a good thing. You can always try trading with your opponents, and if they refuse, you can always go for the maritime trading. Ah, another 7. Where is he gonna place the robber? Of course, it's going to my 8. My wool gets blocked yet again. I'm not doing well with the resources. I only have 1 wool and 1 ore. I cannot do anything with that. I roll a 10. I don't get anything. Is gonna do anything. She's gonna trade. I didn't trade because I have nothing to trade. I need more resources. He's buying a development card. You can see that the blue number under the picture is your resources card, the amount you have. The orange number is the amount of development cards. The road is how many connecting roads you have. And the head thing is how many cities you have. And the red number on the right side of your avatar, it shows the amount of victory points you have. Things are going well for now, although my resources are really bad. I have the points, but I do not have the resources to build. Because it takes 1 lumber and 1 brick for a road. It takes 1 lumber, brick, sheep and grain for a settlement. And a city costs 2 grain and 3 ore. I'm nowhere close. You can also buy a development card, of course. That's 1 wool, 1 grain and 1 ore. Even I cannot even do that. Thorolf does another maritime trading. 8 for Gregor. Yes! Oh no, the robber is still on my spot. That is terrible. That means no wool for me. Not even 2 wool for me. Even worse. That's a 3. Hey! At least I get something. Get a brick. As you can see, a lot of trading. Another successful one between Hilda and Gregor. Thorolf rolls a 4. That's nothing for me. I mean, the placement in this map is very bad. I did not pick the right numbers, the right spots. But hey, it's my first game. We live and learn, right? Still have the longest road with 5. Thorolf has 4, so he might go for it. It's hard to see what the red dice is showing. But it's a 6, so we get a 7, which means I can move the robber, steal a resource for someone, and open up my wall again. But I cannot build or anything. I can trade, but I'm gonna steal something from Hilda because she has a lot of resources to pick from. Six. Now let's hope someone rolls an 8, so I get some wool. Hilda wishes to trade. And you can trade as many times as you would like in the game, in one round. If you want a sheep and you're willing to give a wood and no one wants it, you can mix it up, get some other resources. It's not a one-on-one trade. You can say, if you give me 1 sheep, I can give you a grain and a brick and some lumber. It's all up to you. You can trade as many times as you want. And sneaky, while I was talking, someone put the robber back on my wall. That's the main theme with the robber this game. They just don't want me to get that. Which is a smart play, because it's on a number 8, which is a very high number. High in frequency. And I have 2 settlements on it, so it is a smart call for them. Annoying for me though. I'll take that trade. Nine, yes. Getting 2 lumber here. That is good. Now I just need 1 brick and I can build another settlement. Or I'm gonna go for a road. Again. Ooh, another 7, which means my number 8 gets freed up. And it's gonna go to brick for Hilda. So if 5 gets rolled, she won't get her brick, which is good because she is in the lead. We need to stop her. Number 8, hey, there we go. Immediately, and I get my 2 wool. And I decide to buy a development card. It's a night card, which means if the robber drops on one of my spots, I can play that card and remove it. I do not have to wait for that. I can play that card anytime I like, but it's just smart to save it up for when the robber is on one of your tiles and you need it to be moved ASAP. I would rather have a victory point card though. Well, rather, it's a good. Well, this night card is a good backup, but the victory points are very nice because your opponents won't know that you have it. So it shows 5 for them, but because I have a development card, maybe I have 6. They don't know. Gonna do some maritime trading again. I build a settlement on the 2 lumber for 1 resource, 1 whatever I like. I build another road down below by the 12. I'm looking for a spot. I'm building another road. I'm looking for another spot to build a settlement to get some more resources. It would be nice if you can get that between the 2 grain and the grass. Because the 8 is a good number. Thorolf rolled a 6. He's trading. He's gonna build a road or something. Oh, no, he's not doing anything. And Gregor rolled a 7. Let me guess, it's gonna go back to me. Yeah, there we go, back on the 8. My wall is blocked again. Oh, but I roll a 7 straight after it. So, it's gonna go. I'm gonna hit 3 players at once, and I'm gonna take a card from Gregor because he took mine. But all my opponents have a settlement on that 6, so I hit them all 3 in one go. That's a good spot. Hilda does some trading. Well, I got to say, because the AI moves pretty fast, it's kind of hard to keep track of on what they are doing. By the time I see what they are doing or building on the map, someone else is already going. So it's kind of hard to follow along. That's why it takes some time and it's my turn. You won't see that in the video because this was a hell of a lot of editing. But every time when it's my turn, I just take a good look at the map and see what has actually changed, because it just goes quickly when we're actually playing. And again, I roll a 7. I roll it a lot this game. Sadly, I have to move it, but that 5 is a good one, because that gets rolled a lot. I guess this is a 5. She rolls it, right? Yeah. So she doesn't get her grain. She does play the 2 resources of the Vanguard. She can pick any 2 resources she wants. And I am assuming she's gonna play for settlements, so she needs grain and ore. Because she just needs 3 more points. Well, Gregor is falling behind with just 3 victory points. He rolls a 10 and does absolutely nothing. He probably tried to trade and I edited it out. Choices! I have to make choices. But I assure you, every important movement, every important move from any player is in the video, so I'm only cutting the stuff that doesn't add anything and saves me some time, or the video. I have been denied. They do not want to trade with me. How rude, people. I need brick. Why am I going for brick? Oh, I give brick. I need lumber. And they do that, so I'm gonna trade with Thorolf, because I do not want to trade with Hilda. I do not want to help her, since she's far ahead of us. Boom. That's another brick, another road. And now I need to get stuff for a settlement. Let's see if someone wants to do it. Hey, and luckily Hilda wants to give me that, which is good. Now I have my resources. Now I can build a settlement. It's gonna go between the 8, 11 and 2 at the bottom, which is a very good thing, because I didn't have a tile yet with grain, so this is my first grain resource that I have, and with an 8, so that's good. Ooh, she just turned a city into a settlement, which gives her another point. Still some trading. She's going for it. She is going for it. Now let's hope people roll an 8. If there's an 8 on the board, I get a lot of stuff. Oh! Thorolf plays knight card, moves the robber, and puts it on my wall, of course. But at least I get some other stuff now when an 8 is rolled, so that's good. He buys 2 development cards. Maybe there's some points in there, we don't know. It has to be your turn. You have to have 10 points in your turn for it to count. Here I play my knight card. I need that robber to go. I need to get my wool in. If only I can use it for trading. Because I need to turn my settlements into cities. There's no point in building more settlements at this point. I need to focus on cities. Which means I need 2 grain and 3 ore for every settlement. And I do not have ore. I do not have a settlement on ore, so I'm depending on trading. On trade for that. Luckily I have the 2-for-1 with the lumber. And I can always do the 4-for-1 with the bank, of course. And another 7, and it's going back on the wall. Gregor is not liking me. He's putting the rubber on my wall every time a chance he gets. But hey, there we go. I roll a 7 and I can move it straight away and take a grain from Hilda while I do that. Which is good, which means I need 3 more ore for my first city. But let's see what Hilda is gonna do. Because she's the lead, has the lead. Thorough rolls a 4. No benefit for me. Everyone else gets something, but he doesn't do anything. He's waiting or he can't. And then it's my turn again. Gregory doesn't do a lot either. Hence he has just 3 points. I roll an 8. There we go. That is a good one. 2 wool, 1 grain. Let's see if they want to trade. Because I need that ore. I never expected Hilda to do that. But I trade with Gregory first. And I'm gonna do another trade. Because hey, why not? Let's try it again. Let's see if Hilda still wants it. She wants it, but I'm still going for Gregory. Alright, now a sheep. 3 to 1. Gives me the resources for a city. 2 grain, 3 ore. It's gonna be my first city. It's gonna be at the bottom with the grain resource because I need the grain to upgrade the rest. Which gives me 7 points, but is gonna be enough. Because Hilda is smashing it out. It rolls a 7 though, so she cannot build. She does put the rubber on my other 8 with the grain. Which is not good. Another piece of trading. She has 9 points now. She is so close to the win. She just needs 1 more point. She doesn't have a development card, so she needs to turn another settlement into a city. Or buy a development card and be lucky. We are getting close to the end here. I roll an 8 though, get a lot of resources. Well, at least my wool, 2 wool. And I'm trying to smash out stuff so I can upgrade another settlement to a city. But it's gonna be a very close call. I'm still 3 points away from a victory. Oh, luckily Hilda rolls a 7, so she cannot build. She can trade though, which she does. Another grain, so she's building up for another city. And here we go with Thorolf, another 8. Gets me some wool, but not the grain I need. Oh, it does give me the grain. Sorry, the rubber was moved. Gregor. He is a non-player in this game. Still only 3 points. He is very unlucky. Here we go. This is gonna be my last turn because the end is in sight. The inevitable is happening. I roll another 9. Still get some lumber for it. But then the only thing that could save it is Hilda rolls 7, so she cannot build. Try my best to make things happen, but Hilda rolls an 11. And gives her the victory! And there you have it, my first game of Catan Console Edition. I had fun, I hope you did too. There's definitely gonna be a second video of this game. Don't know if it's gonna be a full-on series, I just have to see how the videos are gonna do. But thank you all for watching, drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the flip side.